And we're on. Good afternoon,
San Antonio.
I'm the hollaback girl, Harley Quinn, and to my left is the...
Adder Mad Hatter, Deke Rivers.
And Jenny Lee's here, and she's over there. My throat's a little raspy because I have been just talking to these guys randomly or whatever. We didn't have the Spreaker up, but we should have because we talked about some very important things that we'll cover with you today. And we are watching Jersey Boys again because we love this movie so much, right?
Yeah, so before Harley gets started, I want to take a minute to address something that we were talking about. I'm not going to be naming names, but I'm just going to say to certain people out there, you know, I'm not going to mention no names, but I'm going to clarify it with this.
Trust me, they know who they are. We're just putting this on the record. Okay, go.
I'm going to clarify this by this. First off, if I offend you by what I say, you can kiss my big fat butt because I don't give a crap. Number two, here we go. If you hear this and you come to me asking for money or telling me that, oh, you need this or you need that, I'm going to turn right around and give you the line from the Eminem song, which goes simply like this. How dare you try to take what you didn't help me to get, you selfish bitch. I hope you burn in hell for that shit.
Yeah. No, and this is in reference to certain and distant family members. You know who you are. We are speaking to you directly, so we don't even need to mention names. Okay, what were we going to talk about other than that?
You were going to talk about Jack White. We were just going to shoot out random things.
Okay, random stuff. But I had a list of things. What did I say I wanted to... Oh! Let's tell them about our Six Flags adventures and misadventures.
All right, you start first.
Okay, so...
I already started, so you start first.
We got complimentary tickets to go to Six Flags, and I haven't been there since I was 10.
By the way, thank you, Tim and Elizabeth, or Mama and Papa.
And, so we went to Six Flags, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would you go to Six Flags when in Texas it was cold and raining? And you're probably right. However, I must say that it was actually pretty nice because there wasn't a lot of people there. I would say maybe there was like less than 200 people there. So we pretty much had the park to ourselves. We didn't have to wait in line for rides or shows or anything like that. And it was pretty fun. It's kind of interesting, though, to see the park when there's not that many people there compared to going in the middle of summer when it's hot as hell and you can't leave the water park because if you do, you're going to, dehydrate or something. Yeah. But it was interesting. We had a good time. And we saw some shows. Chris, it was, the second, and I'm all like, what?
Really?
What?
You just used my real name.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Deke. You always call me that. Anyways, but Deke and I went and saw some of the. We took Buddy Cash with us, by the way, and he had a good time. And we'll talk about the rides in a second. But we saw some the shows or whatever. But to me, it's like. And I hate to sound like blah about it or like a Scrooge, but it's like January the 2nd. Okay, Christmas already passed. Why are we still singing Christmas music right now? Hold on. Fuck. Sorry. Anyways, the shows were mainly Christmas music, and it's nice and all. They were good shows. They had a positive message, and I understand that that's what they got to do or whatever. And that's all fine, but I felt like January the 2nd, I know that was the last weekend the park was open, but I felt like it should have gone back to being the way it was.
What point?
It should be I'm not saying snap your fingers and it's over. I understand it that some people couldn't go on Christmas or whatever, and that's fine, but I felt like Christmas was already over and the new year had just passed and it's already 2015. Why are we still singing Christmas songs and all that kind of stuff? And then I noticed that when we got there, it was cold and we were in jackets, in hoodies or whatever. It was tolerable. But then when we started seeing some of the shows, and I think it was because we were walking around, I kind of kept saying to Deke and to Buddy that it felt like it was getting warmer a little bit. And it kind of did not warm up a lot, where the sun came out, because in fact I think it started raining or drizzling, but we did get to ride some of the rides. I went on the boomerang! I was batshit crazy and
Yeah,
scared.
she wanted to
I wanted to ride the Rattler.
She wanted to ride the slingshot one, too, the one that shoots your ass.
I wanted to ride the Rattler and the Scream, the thing that takes you all the way up and then drops you. But I'm all like, I'm thinking like, oh my god, I'm 28, I can still do this. And my ass goes and puts my big fat ass in the seat on the boomerang. And then I'm like, okay. Once they click that thing down that comes over you to hold you in, and then they put the seatbelt on you, you're like, oh shit, this is freaking real, this is happening. And then you hear the ride start, and you get the all clear, and then it sort of takes you up from the back, right, from behind you, so you can't see the dips or anything, but you can feel it, and it takes you up, and it takes you up, and it takes you up. I had my eyes closed the entire time, like, holy fuck balls, what did I do? I was like, I am not a teenager anymore, I can't be doing this shit's fucking nuts.
Whereas I was crying like a punk bitch on the freaking Ferris wheel, okay? I'm not gonna lie,
I was. Oh my god, I had my eyes closed like, oh my god, please let me get through this. But it was over really, really fast. That's what I loved about it. I think it took like less than a minute. It was over so fast.
Yeah.
And it pulls you up from, because it's like in reverse, it pulls you up from the back, and then it drops you, and you go right back through the thing again, and then you do all the loops and everything like that, and then you get to that last peak where you saw it, and then it drops you back down, and you're like, oh, snap. I was like, yep, I probably shouldn't be doing that no more. And then, what else? We rode, me and Buddy rode on the merry-go-round, or the carousel, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But, that was pretty fun, and then we saw the Rockville High Christmas show. That was okay. Again, with the Christmas music, I'm like, really? It's January the 2nd? Please, can we just... I don't care if it's a Dream Lover. I would have taken any kind of 50s music or whatever. But, and we got to, like, right when we walked through the door, we got to see Bugs and Daffy. It was so cool. Awesome. It was so cool. Like, we were
Pictures are on Facebook.
The pictures are on Facebook. And then as we were leaving, we saw Sylvester and Tweety, which was fun. And then, what else? We rode the merry-go-rounds, we rode the 8-ball, we rode the tilt-a-whirl. And Deke over here was, like, losing his shit.
I was. Like, I was kind of like a punk bitch, actually.
He was punking out on everything, and I'm all like, wee! And Buddy's all like, we came in like a wrecking ball.
Keep in mind, that wasn't the Ferris wheel, because on the tilt-a-whirl one, I was okay. It's completely fine, I just do my back out.
And then, okay, Buddy was crying about that other ride, that Whitewater Rapids and everything like that. But he saw the Ferris wheel from that little bus kid thing that I rode on with him. And he's like, Mommy, let's go do the Ferris wheel. And I'm like, ugh, okay. And Buddy was having a grand old time with that, because he was just, oh my god. And this one over here is like, oh God, I pray in heaven, please.
Yeah, I was.
He's like, please, God. If there's a God in heaven, please. He's like, oh my God. I'm over there laughing at him. So we get off the Ferris wheel, and there's like this little Scooby-Doo ghost blaster thing, right? And at first, Buddy was like, no, I don't want to go, because it was all dark or whatever. And then when we got to the little, like, go-kart thing or whatever that you sit on for the ride, he saw there was a gun, and he was like, yes! Shooting at everything and anything and everyone, and he was just having a grand old time from the same kid that didn't want to go on there. Like, we literally had to push him. And then the last ride that we went on before we left was the Bugs Whitewater Rapids. Now, I know again what you were thinking. Why in the hell would you get on a water ride that you know splashes water, and it's like 32 degrees outside, and you might be right. However, this is Texas, and we're all like, shh, it's cold one day and it's hot the next day, which it kind of is actually warming up outside, by the way. Yeah. It's like 50. It's tolerable right now. And so we get on this ride, and I didn't actually think about it at the time. I didn't think it had like really high dips or whatever, but This ride does not have seat belts, and it's no freaking joke. And I took my 7-year-old son on it, and I can safely say that we are never ever going to ride that ride again until he's a little bit bigger and can swim. Since he was a baby, he's always been afraid of taking baths or being in the pool or whatever, which I don't understand because we're swimmers. We get in that pool. We're doing laps.
He needs to let us know what's going on because we're trying to keep it pushing around here.
We're doing the backstroke. I'm all showing off and everything because I love the water.
Yeah, he needs to know where. He needs to let us know where he stands because we're trying to keep it pushing around here.
You can ask Deke. You can ask Jenny. I freaking love the water. They couldn't get me out of the pool if they tried. If I could live in a pool, or if I could work in something that had a pool, I would just be in heaven. I love swimming, and I don't pretend to be a good swimmer, but I do know how to swim, and I love the water, and I love doing the backstroke, or like floating on your back or on your stomach or whatever. And in fact, when I took Buddy swimming here in the apartment, in the summer, we were only out for 2 hours, and we got bad sunburned.
But if they asked us to work at SeaWorld, I probably would.
I probably would too. But anyways, so back to this ride. So we get on this ride, and it doesn't have seatbelts, and everything's going fine at first, and we're holding on to the thing. But then it goes up slowly, and then, I mean, it's not that much of a going up. I would say, like, maybe 2 or 3 feet. But then the second time, it was bigger. It was like 25 feet.
The second drop was small. It was just like, eh.
Yeah, but then the last one was like a 25-foot drop. It goes up, and then it drops you like 25 feet. And I was shit scared. I put my arms, I was like sitting on my son because I did not want him to fall. And I was like, and he was like, Mommy! And I'm like, Buddy, it's okay! But then after that, and I was like, okay, we're done. But he's like, I'm done, get me off this ride. So we got off the ride and we left. But yeah, that was our exciting day at Six Flags. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did.
I had a good time too. We were there for like, I would say 4 hours. And then that was it. Because it was starting to rain, and like right at 4:30 it was starting to get colder. Like it dropped a couple of degrees, and then it started raining hard. So I was like, yeah, we should probably call it a day. But other than that, that was our adventure at Six Flags.
Yeah.
And on New Year's night, New Year's Eve, we got to see some of the fireworks, and I put that on a video on YouTube. You can watch it. I think it's in vlog number 3, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna go and look at it and be like, this makes no sense because it's everywhere. But it was fun, and I got some of the fireworks on the thing because we didn't do that last year, and my son is big enough to the point now where he could stay up late. And he did, and he stayed up to see the fireworks and was having a good time. And that was pretty much it. What about you?
That was
wrestling. Oh, tell me about the UFC.
Do we even need to?
Yes, we need to discuss it.
So everybody knows I've been following this whole UFC thing with Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, who's a freaking bastard, and I can't stand this motherfucker. Yeah. He's like Daniel Bryan. Before I get to CM Punk, I'm gonna address Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Okay, why do all you people out there like Daniel Bryan? I don't see it. He freaking disgusts me. Like every time I see him, I want to puke. Seriously. Okay, back to CM Punk. This stupid ass is over there at UFC. Talking that he doesn't want to fight Jason David Frank, and he's saying that he's like, I do want to fight him or whatever.
Pussy.
And then he's like, and then they're like, oh well, if he came out here right now, would you fight him? And he goes, no. Yeah, he's showing like he's sweating like R. Kelly at the Kids' Choice Awards. He was punking out worse than I was at the freaking Six Flags.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I still had a good time at Six Flags. I mean, it's like. It's one of those things I think I would rather do when there's not a lot of people there. Because I don't like all the lines and the crowds. And then having to wait like freaking 3 hours to get on a freaking ride. And all that
course,
kind of
I have
stuff.
told Harley that, if I was challenged by Jason David Frank, I would tell him, okay, but it's only for charity.
I'm not going to lie to you when I say I want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Buddy to Disneyland. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to take Buddy. And I would love to see Disneyland.
And to address something else that Harley was telling me about earlier, I wouldn't mind doing an interview on a radio show, but I wouldn't want to do a radio show.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a tricky situation. We'll talk about that on another program because right now we're just talking, we're just trying to do a New Year, thing, trying to figure out what we want to do and all that kind of stuff. But, where are we at on the winter dance party?
We are going right now to, where they play at. I think they're on their way to Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Y'all in Tennessee, hey! We'll be there soon. I can't wait. I am so excited. But what else? What else? There was something
I would have to check the schedule. But yeah, also, for those of you who are staying tuned to my channel, be there on January 8th, as I'm going to be doing a tribute to Elvis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what else we were going to talk about. My uneventful return to work on the 11th. And I'm getting my retarded voice, and I'm going to start talking all sarcastic and bitchy now because I want to...
And don't forget, get the thing about the names that you were saying, what happened to all these good names that we need to get away from the Christophers and all that shit.
Okay, that's after I get this part out. What the French? I would like to say I would wish that everyone who goes back to work with me on Sunday has their shit together, but I'm not hopeful. I am not hopeful. I mean, I think about Stephanie all the time. She was a really great supervisor and boss, and straight up, she knew I wouldn't kiss her ass, and I never did kiss her ass and whatever, but she was a really, really, really good lady, and she gave me so many opportunities that I never, ever, ever dreamed or thought that I could ever do, and she showed me and said, I think you're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for, and she showed me a lot, but I think about her all the time when I see all this stuff happening in the CAF and everything like that, and I'm all like, oh man, if Stephanie was here, she would be like, I don't think so. And so I'm just saying, can we please get our shit back together? However, I am not hopeful when I get back to work on Saturday. I mean on Sunday. And then I can only imagine the crap that's going to unfold on Monday. I'm just going to be sitting there smoking my cigarette under the tree with my tea.
Can you imagine the shitstorm that's going to happen?
Oh, drinking my tea, being watching everyone so I can come back to you guys on the Sunday after that and be like, this is what's up, bitches. How's your game?
It's going pretty good. I just can't figure out how to throw the batarang at the stupid thing, but...
Oh. Well, that's okay. That's not important. That's because I won't tell you how to do it. But seriously, okay, so now that we went to Six Flags, what amusement park do you want to go to? Do you want to go to Disneyland?
I'd like to go to Disneyland. I'd like to go back to SeaWorld one last time.
You want to go to Universal Studios?
Hell yeah.
I want to go there and ride the Harry Potter ride.
Okay, here's my ultimate dream to do. Okay, and
I'm listening.
This to me would be epic.
Okay.
If we go to Disneyland Studio or Disneyland theme park.
Yeah.
And do an underwater podcast and just a big show.
That's a little weird, but I'm game. I get my scuba suit. I get my scuba suit. We'll be like, we're floating in the ocean. We're floating in the ocean. I would I don't care. This is showing my age. I'm 28 years old. Titanic came out when I was 11. I would still love for them to make a ride of Titanic. That'd be freaking awesome.
Merge with the Die Hard part. Merge with the scene in Die Hard 3.
I know exactly what part of the movie it should start. It should start remember the part at the end of the Titanic?
Uh-huh.
Before while the ship is sinking, right? But before, they're all in the water. Okay, it's the part where Jack is picking up that little boy and Rose is running behind him, and then all the water starts coming in and washes them out. That'd be perfect. So the water would come in and wash you out while you're trying to get out of the ship, right? Okay, but you're surrounded. The boat is actually in the water and it's starting to sink, right? So it washes you out, and then you got to climb the pipes and stuff to find your way out. But then you end up on the ship and you actually go into the ship and into the water. I'm just saying, I could design the ride right now. Thank you very much. Where's my $50 million? Right? I'm designing it as we speak.
I can beat you. I want to do a water ride from Die Hard 3.
Yeah.
Okay, where John McClane drives the truck into that little
Into the aqueduct?
Yeah, into the aqueduct. And
yeah.
He goes all the way through, and then they blow up the aqueduct, and he sees all the water coming at him, and he backs the truck out. Literally, I'm not trying to say the F word, but he literally backs the truck out, and he goes up on the ladder, and it shoots him up.
Oh, that'd be a cool ride. That'd be cool.
And then the water just comes up, and it shoots him up.
I'd totally ride the hell out of that ride. I was like, oh, have you seen the video of that new Bahama Blaster at Six Flags where you go in? They enclose you in the thing for the water slide, right? And you're in there and you're all like this in your bathing suit and everything, and then it drops a trap door and drops you like all the way down. So like, I don't know. I would like to try it, but with my luck, I would probably hurt myself. I'm just saying. It's like, I don't know, being in that tight space would just freak me out. I would like to just try it and hurry up and get it over with, and then drop me and then get the hell out. That's all I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I think the
that doesn't sound fun at all, because you could break a limb or something in the process.
No, I already know our luck. We would break a leg or something. Or we would have a panic attack being enclosed in that thing for like less than 30 seconds. I already know. I'd be like, no, don't close me in. I'm done. You know, I used to get depressed that we couldn't go to Six Flags or whatever, but now that I was there, I'm sort of over it now because I feel like we're not missing anything.
Yeah. There's still one thing I want to do before we leave.
What?
And that is go to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I've ridden the steel eel. Now I got to ride the great white. That's the one thing I want to do. That's the last thing I want to accomplish.
Yeah. I want to go SeaWorld to see the shows, but now that I think about, excuse me, I would rather go to SeaWorld than Fiesta, Texas.
Would you rather go to the zoo?
I don't want to walk around at the damn zoo and look at animals all frickin' day. I'm just saying. But then, but I want to go to Dollywood. I'll be punking out at Dollywood.
It was Australia Zoo, then I'd be like, ooh, I want to go meet the Irwins and whatever.
Well, yeah, but at least at Australia Zoo, they do stuff. Yeah. It's not like the zoos here where, you know,
yeah,
whatever.
At least they have, like, feeding shows and whatever.
I'd rather see shows where, like, you feed the animals or you can interact with it or whatever. Those are the kind of things I like.
Yeah.
Like at SeaWorld where you can be, like, with Clyde and Seymour, or you get to be splashed by Shamu. Like, really? Who doesn't want to get splashed? I want to get splashed. However, don't let that get in your mouth because that is salt water. I'm just saying. But that's what I want to do. Those are the kind of things I like doing. And I want to go to the fair. I've never been to the Texas State Fair. Have you been to the Texas State Fair?
Not lately.
Oh, and another thing, fuck the rodeo. I got that out of the way. What do you got to say now?
I still want to ride the bull.
I'd rather ride the mechanical bull, but not at the rodeo.
No. I saw Fonzie do this, and Fonzie's my hero. I want to ride a bull like he did.
A real bull or the mechanical bull?
A real bull. Fuck a mechanical bull.
Oh, hell no.
I want to be in fur.
And then I will laugh my ass off at you while it's poking you like that with its frickin' horns. I'd be like, I told you to ride the bull. I told you to ride the bull. But I don't want to go to the rodeo.
Nah.
Or the circus.
Oh, we'll talk about
did you see that thing? God, I want to take Buddy. The tickets are $20. It's like a Marvel Comics thing that's happening here at the Alamo Dome from the 23rd to the 25th. I have to look it up on Ticketmaster. I think they said it was like Spider-Man, Iron Man, or whatever, and they're like doing stunts, and Spider-Man's flying and stuff like that.
Sweet. This is the DC Comics Superheroes Live.
It's kind of like that, except it's a different concept. I just saw the commercial during the view. I'll look it up. I'll look it up tomorrow and see about getting tickets, because I wanna take Buddy to that, because I think that'd be fun.
The one thing I want to take Buddy to is the Monster Truck Show.
Oh, Buddy would love the monster truck show. Buddy would just be like, "Hey, go. I want to go. But yeah. So, but I'm gonna be like, we got tickets to go see this thing, and I'm gonna make sure that they don't book me to work that weekend, because I'm like, fuck you. I'm not about to like tell my kid no for this thing, cause I'm like, it's like, no, seriously.
Like
though.
somebody had asked me the other night if I do a show, would I stay at the Four Seasons? I'm like, I don't want to stay at the Four Seasons. I want to see the Four Seasons, but I don't want to stay at the Four Seasons. No, that's a total Frankie Valli joke. For those youngsters who don't know,
we're still watching Jersey Boys. That's why.
Anyway, and Harley was telling me just the other night that, or just today actually, that we need to get off the name Christopher already. Christopher's and John's.
Christopher's and John's. Everyone I know met like, or whatever is a Christopher or a John. For example, Jack White's real name is John. Like, what the French? Stop with the John.
John Cena, John Denver.
John Lloyd Young, the Jersey boy. Hello. You're like, no, we need to get off. And then everyone that we know in our personal life is Christopher.
Yeah.
Mama and Papa's Christopher. Somebody else is Christopher. Snoopy's uncle, Christopher. Yeah, so we're like, we need to get away from those names. We should be unique and different. Like, where are the Michaels? Where are the...
I told you, they wound up light-skinned in court with the Muslims around them. Beat it!
The Muslims who faked and punked him out because they didn't even like him. Let's talk about that, shall we?
Okay, you really want me to go off of Michael Jackson?
No, we're not talking about that right now because we got 3 minutes and 43 seconds left, so we got to start saying goodbye.
Okay, anyway, everyone, be safe. Try to stay safe this new year, and don't be fighting or whatever. Just live in peace and let the world be as one.
Yes. And to you guys, I'm going to say...
And don't ever let them say you ain't beautiful.
Yeah. On that note, be your own kind of beautiful. Fuck everyone else's beauty standards, because they don't know jack shit about it. And we just want to say that this is a new year and a new time for everyone, and that we just be good and be kind to everyone and love one another and all that kind of stuff. And to that, we're going to say goodbye, and we will see you later. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. We love you. Be safe.
Okay, bye.